Hello and welcome to NEB Show Live. I'm Ryan Salazar. Today we have Chris Hollabone, Sales and Marketing Manager at Merging Technologies SA. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. So tell us about Merging Technologies SA and what you do.
Okay, well, merging has been around for a long time. We're a Swiss company, and the company was originally founded by somebody who came from the Nagra Kadelsky School of Engineering. So we've always prided ourselves on being, I would say, top quality, as you would probably expect from a Swiss company. We've been going now for nearly 30 years. We'll be celebrating our 30-year anniversary this year, as it happens. Actually, right after, right at NEB time, so it's a pretty good time for us. The company initially was more involved in software, but more recently we've become, I would say, pretty much 60-40 in favor of hardware. And we were one of the companies that was, I would say, up ahead of it in terms of adopting audio over IP technology.
All right. So as you said, you guys have been around a while. I see that you've been making audio over IP products since 2012. So you were early in the game, and I'm curious why that is.
Well, it kind of coincided with a few things. We were originally on a PCIe platform, so our converters were kind of on board the computers. We were looking really to kind of outboard everything because we were, I think, suspicious that the PCIe platform was going to disappear on us, and then we'd be kind of stuck. So at the same time, the ALC Networks guys were touting their Ravenna format. And we looked at that and thought there would be some significant advantages for our existing customer base by moving to IP. It took us a little bit of a while to actually cope with the development of the product because at that time it was pretty cutting edge. But having been in there from the beginning, it has been proven by all our customers to be a real bonus, and it's allowed us to do a lot more channels much more simply than we ever could have done before with using MADI or any of the other uh, digital, conventional digital connection formats.
All right, so you mentioned MADI. I'm a former MADI user myself. We had probably 8 channels of MADI in an audio facility with Pro Tools HD suites. And I'm currently a Ravenna user, actually. We have a Lavo Crystal console here in our podcast studio at Broadcast Beat Studios. Love using Ravenna. It's a fantastic technology. So you also make software-based products. So how do these relate to broadcast clients? And that's kind of obvious, right? Everybody's kind of moving into virtualized type environments that are more software than hardware to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, we kind of came from the basis of really the high end recording market, and broadcast and post production were things that kind of came along later. So we've always been specializing in DAW recording, editing, and mixing and mastering software. And then a few years back, we introduced a program called Ovation, which is basically a live playout media server, and that has Pyramix working in the background as the recording, if you like, the sound design tool. And then it's something which can be used in a live situation to play out stings. I mean, it's like a 360 cart machine on steroids, if you like. But obviously, it's networkable in the sense that it then connects to Ravenna or to our IO, which then connects to Ravenna, depending on how you got the thing configured in a native format or not.
Excellent. Well, you said 360. That's so funny. I was a 360 user for many years, and I was on the air actually in Detroit, Michigan, and what a cool box that was. Very cool stuff. Love to talk about that technology. So what's new at the 2020 NAB show for you guys?
Well, it's going to be a pretty crucial show for us because we introduced about NAB time last year. We introduced a little desktop I/O unit, which was designed primarily to be a monitor controller. which is a thing called Anubis. And Anubis was, I would say, very quickly embraced by a lot of the broadcasters as being a very useful tool for sniffing networks. The only problem we encountered after a while, having sold a number of them into the broadcast space, was that a lot of people wanted ST 2022-7, so that's the seamless protection protocol. So we are just about to introduce, and hopefully they'll be ready in time for NAB, a new model of Anubis called SPS, which features dual network ports on the back, which does definitely tick their boxes. So that's the first major thing. The second one is that we've got some new updates to both the Pyramix and the Ovation software. Pyramix mainly affects the high-end recording space, so I won't dwell on that one too much. But Ovation is kind of crucial because we have got some integration now with some of the immersive spatializers, and the latest one of those is a thing called Spat Revolution from a French company called Flux, who we've been doing a lot of things with over the years. And we are also introducing OSC support, which will make integrating that device into large systems a lot easier for many of the integrators. So we're pretty excited about that. Thirdly, we have a network management device called Animan, which has been out now for a few years. And that's a way not only of controlling our own kit, but also we have a number of partners, which includes pretty much all of the OEM suppliers of Ravenna AES67 boards. And there'll be a fully integrated Lavo suite coming with that as well. So that's a pretty exciting development and much requested by many broadcasters. So we're looking forward to that being something that enhances the range significantly. So those are pretty much the most major items I think that I'd like to point you to. There'll be, as I say, one or two minor tweaks and bug fixes and the usual stuff in the software, but those are the feature issues which we're going to be introducing for NAB.
All right, so Chris, I always ask everybody because well, you're across the pond somewhere, right?
I'm from the UK, yes.
All right, I
Yes, I
figured
mean,
that. Okay, cool.
yeah, Virgin, as I said, is a Swiss company, but they've always had a few offshore guys, and I'm one of them.
All right, so when you guys come overseas to the United States, is there a cool place in Vegas you like to go, whether it's food or hanging out?
Well, actually, I'm a big fan of the old town. So I've stayed down there a few times, and over the years we've found out that a lot of the best restaurants and a lot of the cool places to hang out are actually nowhere near the strip. You can save yourself a ton of dough, which is kind of important for us because we're a bit poor these days.
Well, so that's interesting. I have, believe it or not, I'm going to NAB for, I believe this will be my 9th or 10th year. Never been to Old Town not once. I'm just working way too much when I'm out there, and I'm dying to go to Old Town. I really want to check it out. So maybe I'll do that this year. All right, cool. Chris Hollowbone, Sales and Marketing Manager, Merging Technologies SA. We're going to see you in Central Hall, C3437. That's C3437. Chris, have a good one. Fly safe, and we'll see you soon.